Back at you with the Car Chronicles. Okay, so I am actually on my way to go pick up my son from school, and then the baby from daycare, but you will not be getting any guest appearances from them. This video was inspired by a couple of voice recorded messages to my coaching clients. I usually like to do that when I critique people's food logs every day at 3 o'clock in the morning. A lot of the times I like for them to hear my voice, so I do a lot of voice records. And, you know, a lot of clients have the struggle with the whole food. So I do a lot more than just coaching about nutrition and training and all that other stuff. The whole emotional exercises, and I've talked about it in many videos, is the fourth component of it. And I do a lot of teaching them about coping skills and all that other stuff. So I had asked a couple actually this week and last week, to send me their reasons, what their goals are and why, because of how important the why is. So then I was talking about some old videos of mine, and I always say about how it's good to regurgitate some of the same information, because, you know, everybody needs to hear it more than once, and people that have been on my channel for years or people that are fresh to the channel. So I did a video a really long time ago talking about brush your teeth because your mood stinks. We wake up every single morning and we got to brush our teeth. So I talk about affirmations, doing affirmations every day. They don't have to be anything crazy. It could be, I really like the way that my Minnie Mouse ears came out this morning. I really like my hair. I am not stupid. It could be anything. And it always has to be something that you really want to believe, that you want to gain confidence in. And I mentioned I am stupid because that's something that I struggled with many, many years ago, because my entire life I was told that I was stupid and I would never amount to anything. So starting out your day with affirmations, finishing them, doing them in the middle of the day, anytime you have a negative thought. So the thing is that every morning we wake up and brush our teeth so that our breath doesn't smell, right? It's hygiene. We need to do that. That's the affirmations. But as I was voice recording to a client, I said it a little different, and then I decided I wanted to share with you guys. So, brush your teeth because your attitude stinks, but it's not overall your attitude. Like, it's like the breath. Like, you don't always necessarily smell your own breath. It's a shame, because there are some people that do have it, and they don't even know. But whatever. It's the other people. So when I say brush your teeth because your mood stinks, it's not necessarily that you're gonna, and you most of the time are, like people that have road rage, people that snap at people, like somebody cut in front of you. Who gives a crap? It's one person, no big deal. Maybe they're having a bad day and you're having a good one. Just let them go. Like, it's people's attitude towards other people. But the biggest thing is brush your teeth because your attitude stinks towards yourself. I was hearing this particular client say very negative things to themselves, and I've talked about this in videos. We speak worse to ourselves than we would ever allow anybody else to speak to us. So you literally can look yourself in the mirror or be doing something and be like, you're so stupid. How could you do that? What possessed you to do that? But if somebody said that to you, you would lose your mind, but we do it to ourselves. So that's one of the first things that inspired this video, that you really do need to think about that. You need to think about how much it will impact. If you do not do positive affirmations right now, and even if I do them, I am feeling on top of the world lately. Like, just everything's been awesome. There are so many new things that are going on at the studio, and we're getting new floors, and, you know, I opened up a new slot, and I have like 7 new clients. I have 3 new ones that are starting next week. So, like, everything is really great right now, but I still have to give myself compliments. And who cares? Like, if I'm working out and I happen to glance at myself in the mirror and people will be like, and nobody's ever said this to me, but like, if they make a comment, let's just say if somebody was to make a comment to be like, oh, you're so cocky, you're always staring at yourself. Well, I'm the one that has to motivate myself. I'm the one that has to lay my head on the bed at night, and I'm the one that I have to like. Like, at the end of the day, there's going to be 1 million people that are going to line up, and they're going to say, I don't like the way you look. Your shoulders are too big. You look like a man, which I've heard things like that. But I don't care what they think, because I'm happy with me. So it's like, if at the end of the day, I motivate myself, I look at myself, and I'm happy with the way my arms look when I'm doing a certain exercise, who cares? Because I'm actually not looking around for other people to be looking at my arms. I'm looking at impressing myself. And that's the whole thing with the affirmations. You're doing that because you need to compliment yourself. Because you might get one day, and then you also might not, and you can't allow the possibility of getting a compliment or not getting one be what is wrapped around the quality of your day. So that's why. That's number one. Something else, I made myself a little post-it, and I happen to be waiting right now. Okay. I think I did a challenge a long time ago where I said I challenge you to not watch TV for a while. There are so many TV things out there, and I watch stuff. I watch comedy on Netflix and stuff like that. Sorry that you guys can't really see me right now. I'm gonna park in a minute. But I watch a lot of comedy. I'm not talking about things like that. I'm talking about like just sitting around when you potentially could be doing things to overall improve your health in every aspect of it. But like sitting around and watching TV and watching things like commercials, where in the middle of like almost every single show that's on, that probably 5 out of 6 of the commercials are about food. And it's all misconception. It's all false. Like you see a Taco Bell commercial and you see somebody fairly fit and they're eating a burrito and they look happy. And I'm gonna be really honest with you, they should really keep it real in these food commercials. But they don't want to do that. Majority of the people that are eating Taco Bell are unhealthy. And I'm not gonna say any negative words or anything like that. And yeah, you might be happy for a second, but why don't you show the aftermath of it and do a commercial on the reality of sitting on the bowl after having Taco Bell? So there are a lot of things, and now the point of me bringing this up, and then the next thing that I'm going to say is that we need to learn how to motivate ourselves. Let ourselves be our motivators, and it doesn't have to be even an old picture of you. It has to be some kind of deep-rooted fire where it's primarily you. Like complimenting you, not getting compliments from other people. And this is something that I personally, this happened recently to me. So it's like I looked up to a lot of these figure girls, and it's like I have some of their pictures as, I have some of their pictures to like inspire me. But at the end of the day, it's like they have totally different body frames than I do. They have totally different, and I don't necessarily 100% believe in genetics, because I do believe that you can change form, you could change shape to some extent. So like, again, like I'm looking and I'm trying to be inspired by this one particular person, but maybe I have better legs, or she has better glutes, or I have better shoulders and she has a smaller waist. And it's like, we just gotta stop. We gotta stop looking at all these other people. And then the reality is, so much of that stuff out there is garbage. Like, I try to do a lot of videos because I don't want it to be like people not thinking that I really look the way that I look, because there is so much false garbage out there. I thought this was going to be a good spot, but apparently it's not, so I'm going to try to go somewhere else. There's so much garbage out there. There's a post that I put on Instagram and on Facebook, and it said, stop trying to look like the girl in the picture, because the girl in the picture doesn't even look like the girl in the picture. And I've seen so many things out there, so many documentaries and stuff like that, or even like shows. This is not any better, but whatever, I'm almost done. So many shows out there, or magazine or behind the scenes things, and you see this stuff with these girls, and you see, or even if you Google and you go look at pictures, magazine covers, or I haven't done this, but I probably should have Googled it first so I could bring it up, but I've seen it. I just don't remember how I saw it. But like, I saw a picture of I think it was Jessica Biel, and no, not Jessica Biel, the other Jessica, whatever. She was in a dance movie, Honey. There's a picture of her on a magazine and what she looks like on the magazine cover, and then there was a picture of the real picture. And then it showed the little photoshops. Like, she's got a beautiful body, but they have to make it look perfect. And then we think that that's what she really looks like, when she's got a little bump right over here, and maybe her arm, they slimmed out a little, they did. So like, we need to stop looking at that stuff. So this whole video is about you. It's about inspiring yourself. It's about being humble, not being cocky. It's about enjoying you. It's about complimenting yourself. It's about doing all these things the right way. I'm no better than anybody. I'm just happy with me, and I'm always trying to improve and become a better version of me. I'm also trying to not be too hard on myself. So whatever my goals are, they will come, and I will work to my 100% of my potential every single time that I work. I will never shortchange myself. If I'm supposed to do 50 reps, I'm not going to stop at 49. I'm not going to stop at 40. So, like, again, the point of this is about that girl that doesn't even look like her on the magazine, and we're striving to look like that. About getting up in the morning, and we shoot ourselves down. We have so much more potential: job potential, personal potential, health potential, family potential, significant other, attracting a significant other if you're single. Like, there's so much more out there, and confidence is the most attractive thing there is, but not in a cocky way. It's the knowing. And I mean, there's even something different that I've noticed in my son, and this is not aesthetics or anything like that, but like, ever since my son started doing, Muay Thai over at Anafob, and he's like the better kid in, and I don't want to say that, like, he's doing very well. I'm not going to say he's the better kid, because there are a couple kids that have gotten the best of him, but he does really well there, and he just did his first fight, and it was an amazing, I'm like so proud of his courage as an 8-year-old to get up and fight in front of everybody in this gym. But like, having that kind of confidence, and then he does tutoring 2 times a week, because I'm trying to keep him where he needs to be, and then even get him a little bit past that. And like, his whole demeanor, sorry, that was very New York of me, is totally different. Like, my son has talked about in the past about bullies at school, and there are bullies in every school. He's been to like 3 or 4 different schools. He's staying here at Hannah Ranch, and there are bullies everywhere, but he hasn't talked about it at all this year. And 100% of it has to do with his confidence with his reading, his confidence with his martial arts, with his coaches, and that's what we need to do. We project more positivity and attract more positivity, and we do better in everything when we just compliment ourselves. So go brush your teeth, because your attitude could be stinking right now. Love you.